Let's talk about the cassette tape. This unassuming little rectangle, often overlooked in our digital age, holds a special place in the hearts of many. It's a small plastic box with a mysterious brown ribbon, a magnetic tape that captured sound and changed everything about how we listen to music. It democratized music in a way that hadn't been seen before. It was the soundtrack to your first car, the freedom of the open road accompanied by your favorite tunes. It was the background music to your first date, setting the mood and creating memories that would last a lifetime. It was also there for your first heartbreak, offering solace and understanding through carefully curated songs. You could record songs straight from the radio, patiently waiting for your favorite track to play so you could immortalize it on tape. And then there were the mixtapes, carefully crafted compilations that were more than just a collection of songs. They were love letters in disguise, expressions of affection and shared taste. It was personal, tangible, something you could hold in your hands and feel connected to. It was perfectly imperfect with all its quirks and limitations. Sure, cassettes hissed, adding a warm, crackling layer to the music. And sometimes they got chewed up, leaving you with a tangled mess of magnetic tape, which meant you needed a pencil for emergency rewinds, a skill every cassette enthusiast mastered. But that was part of the charm. You had to care for them, treat them with respect, and appreciate their fragility. The cassette was an analog soul in a digital world, a physical experience, not just a sterile format. The satisfying clunk as you slotted it in, the whirring motors as the tape began to spin, and the anticipation of flipping to side B, these were rituals that made listening to music more engaging. No skipping tracks with a tap of a button. You had to fast forward, rewind, and guess where your favorite song began. It demanded your attention and patience, forcing you to truly listen to the music. And now, against all odds, cassettes are making a comeback, experiencing a resurgence in popularity. In a world of invisible soulless streams, people crave something real, something tangible to hold, something with character and history. The cassette is the underdog hero, quirky, imperfect, and full of character. It's not the most practical format, but it has more soul, more personality than any algorithm-driven playlist could ever offer. So, how are these little marvels made? What's the process behind turning raw materials into a vessel for musical memories? Let's find out. The journey from plastic box to musical genius is more fascinating and intricate than you might think. Let's open it up and take a look inside. To build a cassette, you start with the shell, the outer casing that protects the delicate tape inside. It's the first thing you see and feel, and it plays a crucial role in the cassette's overall performance. It's the cassette's home, its protective armor against the world. This seemingly simple piece of plastic is actually a marvel of engineering. Tiny plastic pellets, usually polystyrene, are melted down at high temperatures, transforming from solid granules into a viscous liquid ready to be molded. This molten plastic is then injected under immense pressure into a precisely engineered mold shaped like half a cassette. Wham! The injection happens in a fraction of a second. The plastic fills every detail, reaching into the furthest corners of the mold. Screw holes perfectly aligned for assembly, windows allowing you to see how much tape is left. Indentations providing structural support and grip. It cools instantly, solidifying into the desired shape, and out pops a perfect half shell, a testament to the precision of the molding process. Repeat for the other side, creating the mirror image that will complete the cassette's body. Some shells are transparent, allowing you to admire the inner workings. Some are screwed together, providing a secure and durable bond. Others are sonically welded shut, using high-frequency vibrations to fuse the plastic. The design details, color, transparency, fastening are all carefully considered. They give each cassette its unique character, its own visual identity. Don't forget the felt pressure pad, a small but vital component. It presses the tape against the player's head for clear sound, ensuring optimal contact and fidelity. Guide rollers, tiny wheels, are essential for smooth operation. They help the tape glide smoothly, preventing snags and ensuring consistent playback speed. Every part, no matter how small, has a job, contributing to the overall functionality. It's a masterpiece of miniature engineering, a testament to human ingenuity. Even the slip sheets and screws or welds matter, contributing to the structural integrity and smooth operation. The shell isn't just a box, it's a carefully crafted machine designed with precision and purpose. Each detail ensures your music sounds as good as possible, preserving the artist's vision. The shell is ready, now it needs its soul, the magnetic tape that holds the music. Next up, the magical tape inside, where the real sonic adventure begins. The plastic casing is more than packaging. It's the foundation of the cassette's magic, the bedrock upon which the music rests. Let's see what goes inside. Onward to the heart of the cassette, where the music comes alive. The soul of the cassette, the very essence of its being, is the tape itself. It's more than just a component, it's the heart of the entire experience. At its core, it's a strip of polyester film, unbelievably thin, even thinner than a human hair, yet surprisingly strong and resilient. On its own, in its raw form, it's just a piece of plastic, unremarkable and seemingly lifeless. But the magic, the transformation, truly begins with a special coating of microscopic magnetic particles. This coating is usually made of iron oxide, which gives the tape its characteristic rusty brown color that we all recognize. Think about it, you're literally listening to music, voices and sounds stored on what is essentially a layer of rust. It's a beautiful paradox. For the true audiophiles, those seeking the highest fidelity, there were chromium dioxide and even pure metal tapes available. Each of these formulations offered distinct and subtle differences in sound qualities, catering to the discerning ear. The coating process itself is incredibly precise. The magnetic slurry must be applied perfectly evenly across the film, otherwise your music will sound wobbly and distorted. Before the coating dries, the tape passes through a powerful magnetic field. This aligns all of the magnetic particles in a uniform direction, maximizing the tape's recording efficiency. It's a delicate balance, like tuning an engine for maximum power and optimal performance. Once coated and aligned, the tape is then carefully baked in a specialized oven to cure the magnetic coating. After curing, the large roll of tape is sliced with incredible precision into narrow ribbons, each just 3.81 millimeters wide. Precision is absolutely key in this step. Even a tiny error in width, a fraction of a millimeter, and the tape simply won't fit or play correctly in the cassette mechanism. These precisely cut ribbons are then wound onto huge reels, often referred to as pancakes due to their flat, wide shape. From these massive reels, the tape is carefully spooled into the individual cassettes that we know and love. This is where the music, the spoken word, the sounds of our lives will ultimately reside, safe and protected. The tape, now a ribbon of pure, unadulterated sound potential, is ready and waiting for its new home inside the cassette shell. Next comes the crucial step. We carefully load the spooled tape into the plastic cassette shell. The magic is about to truly come together as the tape and the shell unite to form the complete cassette. Now, we move the tape into its plastic home. A machine called a winder pulls the right length of tape from the pancake and winds it onto the cassette's hubs. The length matters. C60, C90, or the ambitious C120. Each has its own quirks. The winder attaches leader tape, usually clear or red, to protect the ends. The full hubs are placed into the shell, the tape routed around guide rollers. It's a delicate, high-speed operation. The result? A perfectly spooled cassette, ready for music. The tape is now housed, protected, and waiting for its first play. Next, the unsung hero, the slip sheet. Before sealing the cassette, we add the slip sheet, a thin, slippery piece of paper or plastic. It reduces friction, letting the tape glide smoothly as it plays. Without it, the tape would snag and distort the music. Slip sheets are often coated with graphite or lubricant, die-cut for a perfect fit. Some high-end cassettes even have textured sheets to reduce static and friction further. The slip sheet is placed in each half of the shell, a silent guardian for your music. When the hubs are set inside, they rest against this sheet, ensuring smooth playback. It's a tiny detail, but it makes all the difference. Next time you see a cassette, give that slip sheet a nod of respect. Now it's time for the grand assembly. Let's put it all together. All the parts are ready. Shell halves, slip sheets, spooled hubs, pressure pad and guide rollers. In the factory, assembly is automated for precision. The bottom shell moves down the line. A robotic arm places the hubs, pressure pad and threads the tape. Sensors check alignment. If it's off, the tape could get chewed up. The top shell is placed on, fitting perfectly. Premium cassettes get tiny screws for future repairs. Most are sonically welded. High-frequency vibrations fuse the plastic in seconds. The result? A sealed, tamper-proof cassette. It's now a robust, self-contained unit, ready for the next stage. The plastic box is complete, its musical tenant locked inside, but it's still missing its identity. Next, we dress it up. The cassette is almost ready for the world. Let's give it a face. The cassette needs an identity, the J-card. This folded card slips into the case, displaying album art, track lists and liner notes. In the cassette's heyday, J-cards were miniature works of art packed with lyrics, credits and moody band photos. Printing is precise. Huge sheets are printed, varnished, cut and folded into that signature J shape. For blank tapes, the J-card has lines for your own track list. A mixtape creator's canvas. The J-card and case protect the cassette from dust and damage. The cassette is snapped into the case, shrink-wrapped and ready for fans. The package is complete. Information, protection and personality. The J-card is more than decoration. It's the album's story. Now the final step, putting music on the tape. The cassette is ready for its true purpose. Let's make it sing. The final step, recording music onto the tape, known as duplication. In factories, high-speed duplicators use a master loop to record dozens of cassettes at once. The master tape runs at up to 64 times normal speed, feeding audio to banks of slave recorders. Recording a whole album side takes less than a minute. The music is magnetically imprinted onto the tape, creating a physical memory of sound. For small runs, blank cassettes are recorded in real time for better quality control. The principle is the same. The music's electrical signal rearranges magnetic particles on the tape. Playback reverses the process, turning magnetic patterns back into sound. It's a simple, elegant system. Analog magic. From digital noise to magnetic memory and back to music. The cassette is now alive with sound. All that's left is to ask, why do we still love them? Let's find out. After all this effort, plastic, rust, welding, duplication, why bother with cassettes today? We have perfect digital music, no hiss, no rewinding. By logic, cassettes are obsolete, but logic isn't everything. Cassettes have warmth, character and nostalgia you can't stream. They're the sound of music you had to earn. Saving up, choosing an album, making it an event. The mixtape is the cassette's greatest legacy, a handcrafted gift curated with care. You couldn't just drag and drop, you waited, recorded and wrote out the track list by hand. Giving a mixtape was an act of love. Today, cassettes are a rebellion against digital perfection, a vote for personality and effort. They're clunky, inefficient and complicated, but they're also a statement. We want to own our music, not just rent it. The cassette is a small plastic box of nostalgia and soul. It's flawed, but that's what makes it brilliant. In a world of sterile streams, the cassette endures. It's more than music, it's a piece of who we are. And that's why it's absolutely, magnificently brilliant.